Hello everyone, it's Benny Bones here and welcome back to The Long Drive. Here we are out in the middle of the desert. We are at 2,134 kilometers. Well, I believe we are anyway. And yeah, in the last little installment we got up to this lovely little double building. So yeah, gonna have a little poke around in there very quickly and then move on. I do remember seeing some hoppers somewhere. There's one, there's another. So let's get my old 6-shooter blaster. What have we got in here? Let's drop the not a snake in here just because I never have enough hands to carry everything. So there we are. So now if they come to cause a bit of trouble, we'll be ready. Oh, it's been a little while since I played the game. So I was glad to be back. I played a lot of Bulletstorm. I really enjoyed that game. It's a very different feel, a lot faster. Just in gameplay wise. So what do we got here? Which is a bit of a break from this game, which is, it's not exactly a fast game. It's a lot goes on, but it's more just take your time. You'll get through it in the end. Every little bit gets you further. So what else we got? Lots of paint, lots of glove boxes, more paint. There we go. Almost. There we are. We're back. Those saves, I feel, are getting longer and longer. What have we got in here? Just a little bit of gas. Another radio. A tire rim. Beds. Ooh. No, nothing there. We can go up further. We'll have a check up further. So how's everyone going? Things have been interesting lately. It's starting to get a bit cold at the moment, especially at night time. The days are still fairly warm, but yeah, I guess we're heading into winter. Bit by bit, we're getting into winter here. What's over there? Just more paint. So I guess Northern Hemisphere is starting to get into the summer. Ooh, I thought I was dead there. Ooh. I didn't see anything up there anyway. So, yeah. Ooh. Don't like you. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Huh. That's right. Who's your boss now? Alright, so we're gonna load up and make a move on. The idea is to make another at least 50 Ks. What are you doing down there? Let's get an empty hand out because driving with a gun in your hand is not fun. So where are we? 455. We might be able to swap cars again as well. That might be something interesting. If I find a garage with enough parts, without sacrificing, without having to pull this one apart, we'll see if we can build one. Because that makes fun to me, you know. If I can find a car and build a car, I will. Because, half of this game is about enjoying yourself. All the games are about enjoying yourself, really. Otherwise, I just find it a little bit easy. That's why I put all these self-imposed limitations on myself. Yes. To go as far as we can. What a peaceful desert. So, yeah, like I was talking about, I finished Bulletstorm, which was a good game. I've had it for a couple of years now, and yeah, it's just one of those things which I've got a whole heap of games that I've bought, which I haven't actually played. I'm pretty bad for that. So being able to sit down and play through Bulletstorm and actually finish it. I've played an hour in the past. Not like this game, which I think I'm about 70 hours in or something insane like that. So yeah, I actually got through and I finished it all, and I want to have a go back and have a look at the Duke Nukem mode, just for giggles. Because the Duke, you gotta love the Duke. Or because I started with Duke Nukem. No, I didn't start with Duke Nukem. I started with Quake. But Duke Nukem was one of the first few games that I played. Duke Nukem 3D, I should say. I know, it's not one of the originals, but Duke Nukem 3D, that was where it was at. When you're 10 or 11 and you're playing Duke Nukem 3D, oh boy. Yeah, it was fun. Very dated nowadays. But then a lot of games are. Like, while I was playing that game, I just kept thinking, oh, this is a bit like this game, this is a bit like that game. Ooh, I didn't see that coming up. Roll over again. There we go. Like, it's a lot like Gears of War. The original ones. Not the new Gears of War Tactics, I think it was called. Not that one, but the other, the third-person shooters, I guess they are. Are they third-person shooters? I can't remember. Something like that. The inability to jump was one of the big issues I had. It is basically like you're playing on rails. Very narrow corridors and areas you can go. A bit like Call of Duty, I guess, which was the early games had very narrow corridors you're allowed to play in, and you weren't allowed out of your little zone. Unlike this one, which is a sandbox adventure, which I do like, but it does kind of make a narrative storyline very hard. You just think of Skyrim. What is that over there? I think that might be a garage. You think of Skyrim, which has a narrative and a storyline, but ooh, what in the world's going on there? Keep it cool. There we are. Yes. You think how long does it take you to follow the storyline in Skyrim? Oh, okay. It's a water tower, I guess. I always thought they were the radar dishes, but they might be water towers. I never know. Yeah, like I've played hours and hours and hours of Skyrim in the past, and I have never finished the storyline. I always get sidetracked and go off on some random quest, and then I get tired of it and I put it down, and I go, oh, let's try this new character, and there's just so much you can do in there rather than the storyline, which in some ways is great, but you never actually get anywhere in the game. I found that with Morrowind as well. I'll get to Vivek, you know, the first city you come across, and then I'd just go off and wander the wilderness. I have no idea what the storyline was. I'd build my character, and then I would just go and do what I want. Yeah. So in my older years now, I tend to kind of follow the storyline a little bit more in a lot of games. Try and figure out what's going on and where to go. Find some sort of meaning for why I'm playing these games. Like, I want to know what the storyline is. You know, there's someone out there who's written this wonderful story, and I don't follow it. I want to know what it is. So sometimes you just whack it on easy mode and play through a novel, I guess. That's the best thing to do with BioShock Infinite. What's the one in the sky where they're flying around on the airships? I think it's BioShock Infinite. That one there. It's not exactly a hard game, and when you put it into hard mode, it doesn't get any harder. It's just the enemies get more spongy, become more bullet spongy. So yeah, you just kind of go out there and hope for the best, and yeah, just start shooting them up. So put it on easy mode. Do yourself a favor, put it on easy mode and just play through the story. It's actually a really good story, because the combat isn't that great, to be honest. But yeah, I'd like to go back and play that game again. I finished it once, and I thought, you know what, I might do a little stream of it and go through and do a stream, but make a little playthrough of it. But it didn't happen. I did do BioShock, the first game. I did, you know, BioShock 1, and did a playthrough of that on YouTube, and one of my very early videos. I kept getting copyright strikes because of the music, and yeah, they might still be up, I don't know. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, the actual storylines behind these games is pretty reasonable, pretty good. The problem with BioShock is it is is System Shock. If you played System Shock and know what's going on in System Shock 2, System Shock 2 is just Bioshock with a new skin. So yeah, that's another game I want to play. Go back and play the original System Shock, because I've played it, I've played it long ago and I never really finished it. So yeah, that's something I want to go back and look at. All these games, like Thief. That's another one I've got. I remember playing Thief 2 when I was younger, and they used the System Shock 2 engine, I believe it was. And I remember playing that when I was younger, and again, I never got anywhere in it. I don't know, I get sidetracked very easily, and I put down games and I forget to go back to them. So that was something. There's a few other games like that too I might want to go back and look at. I was trying to do Deus Ex, and yeah, that's another old game. It's a hard game nowadays because a lot of things you get used to, like autosaving. It doesn't happen in old games. It's one of those. Ooh, no, that was just a small gas station that came up out of nowhere. Let's slow down because I'm driving at night again, not paying attention to where I'm going. And kill the engine, which is ignition, and let's sleep through the morning. So yeah, there's a few old games. Like Deus Ex is one of those older games, which is very, very, very hard if you come from being a modern day player. Which it's a good game. It's a good storyline, but it doesn't play like a new game. Old games were hard because of the limitations they put on you. Like they didn't autosave, or if they did autosave, it was quite sparsely. Aim assist wasn't a thing because people didn't use controllers on computers, unless you're doing a flight sim or something like that. But yeah, using aim assist wasn't a thing. Like I use a keyboard and mouse, so I don't really enjoy having aim assist. It feels a little bit cheap. But yeah, the games don't move. The AI doesn't work the same as modern day things. The animation, you're looking at the graphics and the animation, and that itself can be quite hard to look at. This game here is a wonderful game. It's not super high in textures or graphics. I'm just got my my control panel open on the other screen, and I'm monitoring my system. Just because I've been wondering what's going on with it lately, and my graphics card is running at 54% with this game. And yeah, you know, that's recording at the same time. It's only doing 51 at the moment, 54. So it's a good game. It's not super taxing, but you look at those older games and the graphics is nowhere near as nice as this. This is very smooth and crisp and lots of polygons in there. You go back and look at Half-Life and you think, wow, can I get a few more of those polygons in there, please, Valve? And yeah, meme of Dave Chappelle. .jpg. But yeah, you go back to some of those older games and it's a big difference when you're looking at it. You got to try and put yourself back in the old mindset of how good the game actually, the storyline wise is. Because when I go think of Deus Ex, I go, oh yeah, such a great game. But when I look at it, I think this is hideous compared to some of the more modern day games. Like I was playing it and the ground textures are just flat. You don't get little blades of grass or tufts, or even in Minecraft had little 3D elements, you know, little sprites of grass that poked up. No, not in Deus Ex. It's all flat. You're looking at flat textures. I'm sure there are reskin mods and texture packs to up it a little bit. I was looking at some of them to try and increase the enjoyability of an old game like that. But in the end, it is an old game. But I want to play it because I haven't finished it. And I have finished Human Evolution, I guess that's Juice X3. Was it Human Evolution? What's the third one? Mankind Revolution? Something like that. I can't remember. It's on my computer. Yes. So I've played and finished that one. That's a good game too. Well, I seem to remember it being a good game. It's one of those things where I've played it once, finished it, I'm like, yeah, that's really good. And I put it down, and it's like a couple of years ago now. It's like, how'd that game go again? I had the Missing Link expansion pack as well, but I never played it. It kind of fills in the gap where your character just disappears for 2 weeks, and that's where the expansion pack comes in. There's not much coming up here, is there? Just a little gas station and a tower. But yes, what old games do you guys play or enjoy or have nice memories of? Like I have all sorts of really old games on my Steam list, just because nostalgia. They pop up, you know. Buy this game for $2 or something, like Soul Reaver. I bought Soul Reaver 1 and 2, yeah, 1 and 2, which were like $1.50 each or something. I thought, wow, I remember buying these games new, or my brother bought them new back in the early days when PlayStations were big, and yeah, it's like I bought the entire library of Lara Croft games, Tomb Raider games, for like $30 or something, $35, something insane like that, and I got 15 titles or something stupid like that, with all the expansion packs and all that kind of jazz to go with it. So they are out there, and like these games are from 98, the first one, somewhere around there, 95, 96, 97, 98, you know, mid to late 90s. Anyway, I'll get my words right one day. Yeah, that's the way they go. It's going pretty good. Got anything down there? Not really. Just keep coasting along. So I'm trying to think of what game I want to play next as well. I wanted to go back and do some more BeamNG, but I want to put my steering wheel on my computer before I go back and start playing that game. I tried it with a controller. I've got an Xbox controller, and I'm useless with them. Absolutely useless. But at least with a steering wheel, I can kind of say whether or not I'm a crap driver or whether I'm just crap with a controller. Hello, bus. I know I'm crap with a controller, so I'm not going to lie about that. So if I at least have a starting to slip and slide, have my steering wheel on there, I can, you know, try and get better at it. Because yeah, I used to have a steering wheel with this game, but I have to keep moving stuff around on my desk because I do a lot with my desk, and the steering wheel is quite large and bulky. So, and it doesn't quite bolt onto my desk very well. Everything slides about, unfortunately. Well, I say my desk, it's actually a table. There goes my snake. Not a snake. I kind of need you. The last time I needed not a snake, I lost it. Why are you not going up the hill? You can do it. Yeah, just thinking of what we need to get back onto task. Is that alright in there? Yeah, that seems alright. Come across. There we are. So it's 455. Oh, we're getting there. We're 455. Yeah, but we're 25 k's in, about that. 26 k's, I think it was. That's pretty decent. It's nice and smooth along here, unlike up there. But yeah, I can, like, you know, I've finished a few games recently. Oh, that didn't go well. That didn't go well. Handbrake, 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 handbrake. Stop, stop, handbrake, handbrake. Handbrake, stop, please. That wasn't fun. Do I have a spray in the car somewhere? 9 litres of diesel. Ooh. I'm lucky I have that jerry can. I know I lost some up here. Let's just go see what we lost, unfortunately. 2 tyres, I can see that. I'm sure I had 2 jerry cans as well. That wasn't fun, so I was trying to stop and it didn't play nice. It just kept sliding. Maybe I should have just tried to steer out of it rather than jam on the shoes. So what do we got? Have we got opposing wheels? We've got one on the front and one on the back. Yeah. I swear I had another jerry can somewhere. In the back? Oh, we have a spare tire. Look at that. I knew it would come in handy. Do we want to steer or do we want to drive? Let's put on steer because my driving is pretty terrible at the moment. Oh, here's my other jerry can. I knew I had 2. And a spray. Put a little bit in there. Got 4 shots left. Oh! Let's close that down. Okay, bye tires. Bye my shame. Okay. We're just over half a tank. That's alright, I think. As long as we can kind of coast along gently. Are you going to work or are you not going to play nice? Am I going to have to go back and get a tire? Yeah, I'm going to have to go grab one of those tires. Oh well. Shouldn't be a moment. Witnesses. Hopefully they play nice. You're awfully big, so I hope you're not the manhunting kind. Don't mind me. These are mine to start with. I think we got it. We've got a red light over there. What could that be? Oh, it's a double building. Oh, I'll say, oh, it's going to be exciting. No, not really. Unless I want to get a bus tire or something. Let's hope there's no bus that spawns in. Try and slow down a bit. No, nothing spawning in. Okay then. As the sun sets, ooh, into the blinding lights. It's always such a very pleasant place with the setting sun. And I keep hearing this chirping cricket in game, and I know there's one in my house. And on some of my recordings, there is a chirping cricket in the background because he's hiding somewhere in one of the bedrooms. So I have to go around and shut all the doors so I don't hear him on the recordings. But in this game, as soon as it starts getting dark, you start hearing the crickets chirp again. Oh. Oh, gotcha, you little bugger. Not that I'm aiming for him, but he's going to run in front of me. I'm not going to swerve unless I really have to. That's something I was always told about. Don't swerve. If an animal's going to jump in front of you, don't swerve, because they're more likely to get out of your way by the time you get through. It doesn't always happen. But that's the thought, because if you start swerving, you're going to be causing more harm than good. I'll get to the top of this hill, and then I will wait till the morning. Alright, snoozy time. We'll see where we are. So 48, 88, okay. So we have 16 kilometers left to go. Oh, that's pretty quick so far. I didn't think we were going that quick. Wow. I guess we haven't really done much stopping. There's nothing that's really spawned that has taken my interest, to be honest. There's lots of stuff out there, but none of it really takes my interest at the moment. We are going to have to find some more fuel at some point. So either I swap to a petrol engine, or we go and find a boat somewhere nearby. Which will be, either way, that sounds fun. I wouldn't mind swapping different cars. Oh, there's a boat down there. And the road kind of goes this way. Ooh, bounce, bounce, bounce. Where is he? I did see him a moment ago. Something way... Oh, there's a boat way over there. But we're heading kind of this direction. Oh, there's one. You reckon I can kind of make it over that way? Well, that might be a bit of fun. We'll go... Oh, there's one right there. It's even closer. And there's something down there on the bottom. Just got to kind of remember which way we came from. A tiny... is that like a... what is that? Like the roadhouse, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, the roadhouse. What's going on? It's not a snake again. Hold up, stop spinning. Yeah. Gotta remember that the not a snake does not like just sitting in the car. And whenever I try and get some of these cinematic shots, everything goes wrong. I've got to remember that. Everything goes wrong. Did we lose anything over there? I know we lost our spray, which is a little bit annoying. Somewhere up that way. But oh well. We're making it making it all the same. There we are. That's what I'm trying to say. We're making it all the same. Where was that aiming for? Is that the boat over there? I think that's the boat up that way. Kind of lost where I was going now. Somewhere straight ahead. Things I kind of find disappear when I'm looking for them. It might just be different rendering distances and things like that. Like it might put a marker out on your map which is saying this is a house, and then when you get closer it has to re-render it or something. Because I tend to see stuff in the distance and it's not there when I'm looking for it. I should also be looking where I'm going, but that's an entirely different story. Now, do I see a boat? Just have a quick poke around. Let's see what we can see. That was the road we were coming down. Thought it would have been around here somewhere. There's the boat. So... So we came down from up there. It should have been somewhere around here. That's the boat over there. Yeah, don't know. Oh well. We'll keep having a quick little look around. Don't want to lose that boat. We've got to go this way a bit more. Oh, don't turn me around. I'll get all discombobulated and I won't know which way I'm facing. Ugh. In real life, I have a pretty good sense of direction. Like, I can always kind of point towards the ocean. So for me, that I know is west. Because where I live, the ocean is to the west. It's also to the north, south, east as well, because I'm on an island. But where I live on the western side of Australia, the water is on the west. Because you go east, and that's the eastern states. So in real life, I got a bit of better sense of direction. But in video games, because unless you can see landmarks and you know it pretty well, I never ever have an idea where I'm going. So yeah, that's kind of it. I like having mini maps to tell me where I'm going, or like I can plan it out on a map. I can use a real map and a map book. I don't need a GPS or something like that. I can use an old school map book, the old paper kind. A dying art, I'm sure. But yeah, they're easy enough to read. I used to have to read one all the time. I used to be a pizza delivery driver. And when I had to do pizza delivery, you didn't have a GPS. You had to use a map book. Because, well, they did have GPSs, but they were very expensive. And yeah, at the time, being a pizza delivery boy, I didn't earn a lot. So being able to afford a GPS, which was kind of expensive, kind of a big deal at the time, wasn't an option. So it was all map book for me. But I did alright. You know, you begin to learn where everything is and know which roads you can go down. You learn your suburbs pretty well when you have to do something like that. It's all oil. I don't want oil. That's an empty. That's an empty. You are a horrible mix. What are you, Mr. Clip Through the Wall? Empty. They're all terrible. What's up the other end? It's a shame my engine can't run off straight oil. There's plenty of it here. Just have an old diesel burner. Oh, not a diesel burner, an oil burner I should say. They already have a diesel burner. Oil. Drive around in a refinery, that might be fun. Diesel, here we go. And plenty of it. Now, I am too lazy to just carry this, so I'm just roll it. Is that gonna conk that way? There we are. Now let's fill this up and deal with this. There we are, the last of it. I just filled my jerry can back up as well. And we still got a good old 12 litres, but I don't need it. And I'm going to leave it here, because otherwise I hoard. And I don't want to hoard, because it is horrible to try and drive when your car is overloaded with junk. Which I have done many times in the past. Just look at any of my other countless videos. Gotcha. I'm getting better at hitting those. Okay, I don't need to hit those, but I'm getting better at it. A little bit of the old Carmageddon going on. Bit of revenge. All the times they've gotten me. I think the odds are still in their favour, but you never know. I might get back to being an even playing field. So what does everyone think of electric cars? It's a bit of an odd one, I know, but what do people think? I've been told that, well, in my country anyway, they're talking about phasing out petrol cars, fossil fuel cars, over the next 10 years. They won't be bringing any more in or building them, or they're only going to be selling, electric cars or some other form of eco-friendly vehicle. Not hybrids, because hybrids still have a fossil fuel burning engine in them. But, electrics. Solar, or maybe they might bring out wind power or uranium power. Just imagine Fallout cars. It's a nuclear automobile. That would be fun. If they can style them in the 1950s futuristic, that would be great as well. I'd love that. But yeah, I'm of two minds of it. I know electric cars have so many benefits, like instant torque. They're quiet. They're easier to maintain. You don't have to worry about changing oil and all that kind of icky stuff. The brakes don't wear out as quick because you're using the regenerative braking on a lot of these cars. So you use the engine to brake, which also recharges the batteries, so your brake pads don't wear out as quick, maybe if ever. So things like that are a big thing. But I am also of the opinion, I should say, that I like being able to drive for 6 hours, stop for half an hour, fill my car right up with fuel within that half an hour, and then drive again. Thing about electric cars at the moment is they don't charge quick enough, and they don't have the range that I'm after. Like, if I go see my friend, there's 120 kilometers, 130 kilometers to get to their house and back, because they're at the other end of the city kind of thing. If I want to go anywhere, it's at least about 30 k's for me to get into the city if I go in a straight line. So yeah, things like that, which are drawbacks for me. And I like old cars. I like my old rust buckets and carburetors and things like that. I don't have a carbureted car at the moment, because at the moment they are as rare as hen's teeth, I think. Well, in my opinion. There are some out there, but I'm not paying new car money for an old car. That's just kind of my opinion. If I'm going to buy an old car, I'm going to buy an old car for an old car price. But yeah, electrics. I've watching a channel, and another chap had he used to work with Tesla at some point, as an engineer, a mechanic, something. He was in the building floors. It's getting dark, and I have no idea where I'm driving now. So I thought the road was up this way, but I can't see anything. And yeah, he's got an old 1950s, hello Big Rock, 1950s, what was it, BMW, Mercedes, something like that. One of these fancy cars. It might have been a Mercedes from the 1950s. And he's putting a Tesla power plant, like the motor and the rear drive and all that, in the back. And he's going to battery power it, so he's going to have this Tesla powered 1950s car, which I think is brilliant. I really like that. And if it was something affordable that an everyday schmo could actually do, being as I think he lives in California or something like that, where I'm going to sleep till morning so I can see what I'm doing, where you can actually buy that kind of stuff. But here in the old Oz, it's not exactly an option. Electric cars aren't much of a thing. There are Teslas about, but they are ungodly expensive. Yeah, there's the road. They are incredibly expensive, and they don't have they don't really have as much of a range as I would like to see in electric cars. Not saying that they're bad, but considering I don't even recharge my phone every day, how am I going to remember to put my car on charge? Yeah. I was looking at an electric motorbike at one point. They sound reasonable. They don't have the speed or the range that I'm after. Again, You can get fast ones, but they don't have the range. You get slow ones, but they're slow, and they still don't have the range, but they got better range. The one I was looking at, well, I saw anyway, would do, I think, about 70 kilometers an hour with about 100 kilometer range. Don't get me wrong, 100 kilometers is pretty good. 63 miles, something like that. Which isn't bad. But yeah, like I mentioned, if I'm going to my friends and back, that's like 130 kilometers. So you're a little bit short there. I'd be pushing my bike for the last 30 k's, which is a little bit short, I must admit. And I like the sound of a good exhaust. The problem with the electric cars is they don't have an exhaust sound. They just go, and you just hear their motor go. The little electric motor, that could. But that's just how they go. The world's changing. The old gas burner is unfortunately dying out, like the carburetor died out. But I don't think it's going to be all at once. I really doubt it. How are they going to until we get technology that can deal with like, what are they, the big freights, because a lot of Australia is supplied by truck, so without the big massive road trains, a lot of places don't get supplies in. And electric hasn't got to the point where they can kind of do massive freights. Well, not to my knowledge anyway. Until they can do road trains, it's going to be a bit of an issue. We've done our kilometers already. So let's just coast along and find somewhere nice to stop and have our picnic for the end of day. There's another boat way up there. And yeah, then I think I'll call it. But yeah, this has been pretty good so far. It's a bit of a quicker one. I'll cut out some of the dead air and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, it's going pretty quick. We'll slowly start climbing up the kilometers again. I've got to start playing more regularly, or I want to start playing more regularly. I do actually want to see what happens at the end of the game. And I don't want it to take like 3 years to get there. It's already taken me about 6 months. And yeah. You know, it shouldn't take too long to do it if I knuckle down and just start driving. And I'll get there. But I also want to start on a new game as well. So we'll see how that all goes. Jeez, it just goes on forever, doesn't it? Absolutely forever. Looks like we've got something coming up ahead. It's going to be pretty good, I think. Oh, it's a turret building. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's turn that off and have a poke round. Alright. You know, maybe I should leave this till next time, like I seem to do with all of them. Makes it a bit more fun that way. Let's get over to my lovely little luxury beast with its wonderful, wonderful ventilation. No, that doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So yes, I am Benny Bones, and this is The Long Drive. If you like the game, go pick it up. You know, support the developers. They seem to be working pretty hard on getting multiplayer going, which is going to be fun. You can make the 5,000 kilometer drive with your friends. How amazing would that be? But yes, I've been Benny Bones. Until next time, adios.